Hey bookworms, we are going to do our weekly whimsy, our first one of the new quarter. I hope you all loved your new box. I'm super excited about reading this story. This is one that I have not read that I've been wanting to read. So I am excited to read this along with you guys. And we are going to go ahead and get started. And then I want to also welcome a few of our new members. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you love it. I hope this brings some relaxation and escape to your life through the stories and the art. And I hope that you all share in the group and enjoy that piece of it as well. It's been wonderful sharing. So I want to show, just for our newbies, a little bit. There is a video, I think it's pinned at the top of our Facebook group, where I show you how I just take a pencil. This is pretty self-explanatory, but if you want to watch a video on it, you can. And you just scribble on the back of those tracers that I sent you guys. So I just cut this off my 8.5 by 11. And we're going to do, you can see the, what are these things called? The hourglass. There we go. So I just scribble with my side of my pencil and get it nice and dark. And then pin it down to however where I want to put on my watercolor paper, which I took out of my booklet. And then I use like a piece of washi or painter's tape to hold it down, and then take the pencil again and trace around it. And then that's what I end up with. And then at this point, I am going to touch up my drawing a little bit and just make it a little more detailed. I always keep my tracer near me so that I can refer back to it as I go. You can see my lines aren't real smooth, but the nice thing about doing it this way versus like carbon paper is it's much easier to erase if you're not super happy with the way it turned out. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot more than what's already on here. I'm going to use this to put the detail in probably later. And then today I've got my watercolor, my travel watercolor set out. You can see that there. Feel free to use whatever you have, colored pencils, watercolor, acrylic. It's fun to experiment. I'm one of those people that have way too many art supplies, and there's a lot of them I actually have never even opened. And I buy them because I'm like, oh, I want to try that. And anyway, so that's where I am. I'm a serial art supply collector. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm mostly happy with that. And then I have my micron pen here. I think I'm going to use this to go ahead and sketch on. So if you've got an ink pen or even like a thin Sharpie, just something that's not water soluble, like water based, because once we add the watercolor, it will start bleeding a little bit. So now we do these each time a little different. We share our differences. It's really fun to see how everybody does their paintings a little different from each other. And it's really neat to see new techniques tried and things like that. And the point of these little paintings is just to create almost like a little journal of art. And you'll see we'll put that in our Weekly Whimsy booklet later on that we'll put together. But it's really fun to see everyone trying the different techniques and different styles. So feel free to experiment. These are small little paintings, and if you really hate it, you could just throw it away and grab another piece. I don't recommend that though. Try to make it work. It's the fun of it. It's not something you need to hang in your house or anything like that, so try something you've not tried before. Like last quarter, you guys all saw my Prince John I did. It's not cute, but I hadn't tried my oil pastels before, so that is not something I'm good at, apparently. Or I need to watch some videos on it a little more, because that just did not work the way I was hoping. All right. Sorry, I feel like I always am clearing my throat on these videos. I just went outside and one of my neighbors was burning something and it was like irritating my throat. So I feel like I'm still trying to get that out. So the original here, you can see, has all the little cool lines and like the sketch marks. I'm going to put a lot of those in here in a minute. So let me know in the comments if you guys have read The Time Machine before. I have not. I'm like really excited about reading it though. I think it looks really cool. So I'm just trying to mimic some of these lines that are on the other one there. My tracer. I'm not sure if I'll put quite as many as they have, but okay. All right, let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit of some line work up in here. pretty happy with that. So I might add extra detail later on, but I'm going to go ahead and get started painting. So on my little kit, I've got this cool little kit here, and a lot of you have seen it already. I have other watercolors, but I just love the convenience of this one, and it comes with the water pen. I actually travel with this when we go on little trips, because I usually paint at least once when I'm traveling around. And I am going to go ahead, so I've got the water here in my pen and squeeze a little out. So I haven't quite decided what colors I want to do with this. I think I'm going to do purple because that's sort of the theme of my book, or my box. So this cool purple, and I think I'm going to do a wash over the whole thing. So I want plenty of color. Let's squeeze some of that water out. Okay, clean that off, and then I think I'm going to keep this pretty monochromatic. Grab my darker purple there, and go wet on wet here. And then I'm going to grab some of this dark blue. And that is some of my shadow on the one side of the sand. And it's really cool right now because it's all sort of bleeding together. And you can see my page starting to buckle on me. I'll wipe my brush off really good, and then I'm going to go in, let's see, do I have a purpley brown? I'm going to do this like taupey brown here. It's a cool tone. Keep with the cools and the purples. And then this really dark purplish blue. Okay. Let's see. What else do I want to do? I'm going to add some color to the wood up here. Take some inspiration from the stickers in there that are sort of like watercolor blotted. All right. I'm gonna rinse my little, sorry, I don't know if you can see, let me see if this is a video here. So this little sponge here, I need to rinse it out now though, it's covered in purple paint, but that's where I used to clean, especially when I'm traveling. It's really nice. It's easier just to dip water, of course, but okay, let me see. I've got some silver. Let's see if I can get any of this shimmery. I don't know if that's really going to do it for me. Okay. Still pretty wet, I think. That's sort of cool looking. I like that. Okay, so let me get this to dry for a second. I don't have my heat gun. So if I have a heat gun, this would be a lot quicker. I don't have my heat gun plugged in right now. And then I'm gonna grab a white acrylic paint marker and put some detail in with that. All right, so grab my white. Notice that with these dual tip ones, the white or the brush tip works a little better. I'm just drawing it around. I think it's too wet. Might have to wait. Let's see. I'm gonna grab my black acrylic marker. I'm just barely dragging it so it's sort of spotty. This is just my black acrylic that I'm using, my black acrylic marker. Now, if you decide you don't have like acrylic markers, wait till it's completely dry and you can use like a Sharpie or just a regular black marker. But it has to be dry, so you don't ruin your marker. But since I'm using acrylic, like I said, it's going on fine with it being a little wet. It's bleeding a tiny bit, but I'm sort of here for it since it's almost the look I'm going for anyway. And then I'm gonna grab my paint marker again. Let me grab some of this really dark purple and deepen up around the shadowy area one more time. And there is our quick little piece of artwork, our Weekly Whimsy. Let me pull this up. Look how cool that, just like my fingerprints made in the watercolor, the splotches. I think that's neat. So there is our first piece that will go into our Weekly Whimsy book here. And I'll get my book, I'll have that posted here soon where you guys can see how we put our book together. And then our first piece of artwork for the Weekly Whimsy. And we'll have that together here soon. Look how cool that looks. See? Purples, watercolory. Oops, sorry. Knock you guys around. I really like how this turned out. So hopefully you guys like this too. And we'll do this together, but you don't even have to worry about that. It's a sort of a finished look even if you don't paint the time traveler. So anyway, there is our Weekly Whimsy. Welcome to those that are new. Again, I hope you love it. I hope this is a time where you can commit to just creating art and trying something new and reading a book, being inspired by the same thing that your group is inspired about. That's what's sort of fun, is we all get to see like our different takes on the piece of art and what we think about the book and everything. So I'm excited to get started this new quarter with you guys, and I hope you're getting ready to have a wonderful fall. And yeah. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.